Hey guys, Dr. Kori here. It is your Monday Motivational Mastery Day. Hopefully all of you survived the weekend and the Super Bowl and the eating frenzy that typically ensues on that day. Speaking of eating, today we're going to talk a little bit about emotional eating. And in honor of this new group that I am launching called Free from Emotional Eating, this is going to be a 30-day breakthrough group. I wanted to just give you a little bit of a tip today about emotions specifically. Now, I don't know that many people have thought about emotions in this way. If you have, you are likely more adept at moving through the experience of emotion more agilely. Is that a word? You guys know I like to make up words. With greater agility, okay? But emotions are energy. And what most of us don't notice when we experience an emotion is that, man, they can arise with various levels of intensity. Emotions are very layered, okay? They're nuanced. And this is another reason why I like to view them as sensations, okay? Because when we label them as good or bad or awful or horrible or uncomfortable, that immediately creates an experience of them that can catapult us or throw us right into a feeling of threat or anxiety and overwhelm. So when we can view emotions as energy and as having various levels of intensity, okay, we put ourselves in a position to be more resilient and responsive instead of reactive and impulsive. So let me kind of give you some examples of what I mean by various levels of intensity and viewing them as sensations, all right? When I experience anger, for example, that anger can come in gradually, can come in slowly, and it can kind of build to an intensity where I feel like I'm going to flip my lid and I might want to scream something or speak out of turn or say something to someone that I will inevitably regret later. Okay, so sometimes an emotion can come on very slowly and gradually. Other times, we might experience that emotion as happening instantaneously. Like it's right there and the intensity is high. Okay? And we are bowled over. We feel bowled over by that emotion. It's doing the driving in that case. We're not in a space, brain-wise even, to talk ourselves down from the ledge at that point. Okay? You might feel that an emotion just, it hits you like a brick or it kicks you in the gut, okay? It can have that sort of a resonance for you. An emotion might feel hot, an emotion might feel cold, an emotion might feel anywhere in between hot and cold. So when I say emotions come in various intensities, they operate on a continuum, all right? And emotions can come in waves. So it may come on gradually and then hit you a bit harder and then dissipate a bit. And then it comes back and then it dissipates and then it's there again and then it dissipates. Emotions can be experienced as like heavy. Emotions can be experienced as almost suffocating, all right? They can feel sharp in some cases. I've had some clients explain a certain emotion as prickly, all right? They can feel deep or they can feel superficial. They also can have gradients in terms of color, like highly intense anger can be seen as red. The experience can be a dark, dark, deep red. blue is the color that's typically associated with like sadness, except imagine those big boxes of crayons that we used to use as kids. Well, there are all different shades of blue, and there are all different shades of red and green. So we can imagine emotions having those different shades, just like that, different gradients, so to speak. So the key, right, is to be able to learn to observe what those emotions are doing inside of our bodies, how they affect us physically, all right? And then to practice viewing them that way. Because when we do, what ends up happening is we garner a tremendous amount of power, okay, to more effectively be with that emotion and to not have it become so intense to the point where we don't feel like we can function optimally. But then also to be able to really shape and guide our experiences, to be able to have those emotions, but not have them be the guides of our experience, okay? We get to be able to say, wow, this is an experience of sadness right now, or this is an experience of stress, or this is an experience of depression, or just low. This is an experience of, this is a low point. Now, when we can label it like that and we can say this is as opposed to I am, it's not that we're disowning the emotion. It's not that we're not taking responsibility for the experience. What we are is we're creating just a little bit of separation, okay? And that can be very helpful so that we don't create our identities around that emotion. Because anger is not me. This is just an experience of anger, for example. So I hope this helps, guys. This is just one of the many pieces of the emotional puzzle that we experience as human beings, and that can really have a major impact on how we eat and why we eat in times when we're uncomfortable and we're trying to distract ourselves from the experience of an emotion. So a little bit about this group that I'm offering. Registration goes through, I think this Friday is what I decided. I'm opening it up. It's open today to register for. Registration ends on the 10th. The group will officially begin on Valentine's Day, right? What a great gift to give yourself, to have a 30-day window where you can break through your typical mode of operating, okay? And to develop a new process for being with the emotions that typically drive you towards food, all right? So the way that this group is going to work is it's going to be facilitated on Facebook. Everyone is going to be part of this Facebook community. No one is going to be able to read the posts that are in there who are part of the larger Facebook community. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post once a day something new, something novel, something that you likely don't know about, a tip, a tool, a strategy, theory about emotional eating, something that's going to help you immediately and that you can begin implementing in your life to do and be better, all right? And then once a week, I'm going to do a live Facebook, okay? So I'm going to get on and I'm going to teach you guys something, and then I'm going to open it up for a Q&A. So this does have a level of interaction with it, which I feel like is very important in order for you guys to really learn and then begin assimilating what you're learning into your lives, okay? And be able to grasp the nuances and the differences in your experience versus the experience of everyone else in the group, and you guys can learn from each other. So if you're interested, again, registration closes on the 10th. The group starts on the 14th. It won't take a bunch of your time. I know everyone is incredibly busy, but it will give you what you need in order to really make some significant changes in your life if this is something that you struggle with. So you guys can email me. My email is Kori at thedietdoc.com. It's Kori at thedietdoc.com. And I'll send you a PayPal invoice, guys. It's $50. I failed to mention that earlier. This is a 30-day breakthrough for $50. All right, and I'm super excited about it because I have a lot of important information to share, and I've actually never done a group specifically on emotional eating, and yet it's something that comes up repeatedly for me, for my clients, and this is a very targeted, topical group. So, yeah, let's do this. Appreciate, again, as always, your time, guys, and look forward to seeing you in the group. Have an awesome Monday.